Now on Nightside, hear what a local trans athlete has to say about new proposals for high school sports in Washington.
Our wet and slushy roads are turning icy. I'll have a preview of the morning commute and tell you about the next round of wet weather on the way.
And deputies in Western Washington now have a new tool in their fight against crime. See the incredible video of a grappler in use. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Thanks so much for staying up with us here on your Monday night. I'm Derek Dice. It was this state title race in May that made noise that still reverberates today. East Valley High School's Veronica Garcia became the first known transgender athlete to win a Washington state title in the 2A girls 400-meter run in Tacoma. Since then, several school districts have called for the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association to reconsider its policies on transgender athlete participation in sports. Now, we've heard from many voices throughout this controversy, but never the voice of one of the teenagers at the center of it until now. The WIAA is considering changing its policies, and Veronica Garcia, the athlete who won that state title, wants her voice to be heard. The WIAA is proposing that students can only participate in sports that correspond with the gender they're assigned at birth. It's also instead suggesting a separate open division for any students interested.
Realistically, who is willingly wanting to join an open division? Like, most are not willing to do that, so that could lead to literally just no one joining the open division, just because it's like people are like, why should I join this?
Now, while many people have raised safety concerns over transgender athletes participating in girls' sports, Veronica says it would be unsafe to force a transgender female to participate with the boys. To watch Marissa Rios' full story on Veronica, you can find this story on KXLY.com. Well, the YWCA Spokane is fundraising to support domestic violence survivors. It hopes to raise up to $200,000 to help support services like the 24-hour helpline, legal aid, therapy, and the safe shelter.
So our shelter, our safe house, looks like a home. It is a confidential home, and it is 11 individual rooms where people have their own space. It's not a big barrack type open area cot kind of situation. It really is individual rooms. So it gives them the opportunity to heal and be with their children again.
The YWCA says housing services are especially needed this time of year because many people who leave abusive situations will live in their car or camp, and neither are safe in this cold weather. The YWCA hopes to reach its fundraising goal by the end of December. If you would like to donate, you can do so on the YWCA's website. All right, we're going to send things over to Chris Crocker. And Chris, we're concerned about these road temperatures overnight, which might cause some ice on the roads in the morning.
Absolutely. We did a lot of melting this afternoon as we warmed up above freezing, but now temperatures are dropping and our road temperatures around the region are below freezing. Many of the main roads have been treated, but a lot of the side roads are either wet or slushy, and that is leading to a lot of spots where there's ice on the roads, and they will be waiting for you tomorrow morning. Our temperatures right now are still above freezing. The air temperatures presently in Coeur d'Alene, it's 33 in Liberty Lake, and 35 right now in Spokane Valley, but they will be dropping just below freezing by tomorrow morning before things really start to warm up. Adding to that hazard, we have some areas of dense fog as we head out toward the airport, Fairchild Air Force Base, the West Plains, visibility less than 1/4 of a mile in those locations, and there may be some areas of freezing fog with those temperatures below freezing. On our radar right now, we are dry just in the very corner, starting to see a little bit of light precipitation trying to cross the Cascades. We have one round that may bring some light rain or snow to the Palouse early tomorrow morning, and then more wet weather coming into the region tomorrow afternoon. Our chance of precipitation on Tuesday or overnight will start at 0 by 4 a.m. A 20% chance of precipitation in Spokane, a much better chance down on the Palouse. That jumps up to 60% by 10 a.m. Your Tuesday planner, 33 is our average high. Will be 33 by 11 a.m. 38 by 7 p.m. and this temperature is going to keep increasing overnight Tuesday into a very warm Wednesday. I'll let you know what to expect and have a closer look at this rain on the way tomorrow in just a few minutes. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you. A student brought a gun to school and opened fire in Madison, Wisconsin, killing a teacher and another student. 6 others were injured and 2 students are in critical condition. The Madison police chief saying every person in that school was a victim today. And this is especially painful given we're just days away from Christmas. ABC's Alex Perez has the story.
Tonight, an anguished community shattered by gun violence after police say a student brought a handgun to the Abundant Life Christian School and opened fire, killing a teacher and another student. Sources tell ABC News the suspect is a female teenaged student.
There have been at least 50 cops. I don't know what is going on.
Sirens wailing in Madison, Wisconsin just before 11 a.m. A sea of flashing lights outside the private K-12 school on the east side of town.
When officers arrived, they found multiple victims suffering from gunshot wounds.
At least 6 others injured. Other schools in the area put on lockdown as police went room by room clearing the school. John Diaz de Leon lives across the street.
Some of the older students were running across the parking lot to the church sanctuary, and then later on, very slowly, in a more orderly fashion, the younger students holding hands were led out to go across the parking lots to the sanctuary.
Britt and Kyle Grange, emotional and grateful their children are okay.
I'm very, very, very thankful. I mean, the gut-wrenching feeling that you feel when you get that notification, there's no, you always just hope that never happens, and it happened today.
Police Chief Sean Barnes, a former teacher himself, says the teenage suspect is believed to have died by a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
I'm so close to Christmas. Every child, every person in that building is a victim and will be a victim forever. And these types of trauma don't just go away.
And the police chief here says his department just 2 weeks ago completed an active shooter training, lessons that were put to use here in Madison. Investigators are now working to figure out a motive and also figure out how that teen suspect got a handgun. Alex Perez, ABC News, Madison, Wisconsin.
And according to CNN, there have been 83 school shootings so far this year. That's one more than in all of 2023. Once again, many are calling for stricter gun control laws, including President Joe Biden. He released a statement reading, "It is unacceptable that we are unable to protect our children from this scourge of gun violence. We cannot continue to accept it as normal. Every child deserves to feel safe in their classroom. Students across our country should be learning how to read and write, not having to learn how to duck and cover." Well, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office is getting wearable lights thanks to a $19,000 grant. Those lights will have a flashing white setting as well as red and blue. It also has an infrared light that deputies can use in tactical situations that can be seen by a Sheriff's Office drone or helicopter.
It'll greatly increase our ability of our aerial units or specialty units to be able to identify where our officers are in critical moments and critical situations.
And the Sheriff's Office also has enough lights for all of its canines to have one as well. Sheriff John Knowles says deputies will use the lights more as they get more comfortable with them. Well, deputies in a Western Washington community now have a new tool in their fight against crime, and this one looks like something out of a Hollywood movie. King 5's Drew Mickelson has details on the device.
He just passed the vehicle, no passing zone.
When a Thurston County deputy chased a stolen car last month,
I'm gonna try to grapple him.
he decided to deploy the agency's newest tool.
No grapple, no, gotta grapple, gotta grapple, gotta grapple.
The Grappler helped end a pursuit that had reached almost 100 miles an hour on rural county roads.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up now! You're gonna get bit! He's running, he's running.
Once he gets close to a unit and he says, hey, I'm going to go in for a pit, that's where a grapple, that's when he's going to lower the device down.
Thurston County Sheriff Derek Sanders loves the new device.
It's terrifically simple.
It
It comes from an Arizona company marketing it as another way to end police chases. A spring-activated net wraps around a rear tire, preventing it from spinning, and the deploying police car behind is tethered to that fleeing vehicle.
If you take away their rolling, the ability for the wheels to roll, really challenging for them to flee at a high rate of speed.
The sheriff says by next month, about a third of Thurston County's deputies will have grapplers. And he says word is spreading that Thurston County has the device and is not afraid to use them.
We had another pursuit a couple weeks ago down I-5, and afterwards the suspect is given an interview, and he's like, yeah, I saw the county units up on the freeway waiting for me, and I knew I was toast, and I was like, please don't grapple me. So it's pretty funny seeing the response sometimes with some of these individuals, because it's a game for them.
Wow, that was Drew Mickelson reporting. Well, the founder of Spokane's Roast House Coffee, who is called a force of nature and a guiding light, has died. Deb DiBernardo was honored on the Roast House Facebook page. The post says she passed away Sunday surrounded by loved ones that included her beloved dog, Lucy. DiBernardo opened Roast House in 2010 and later opened First Avenue Coffee in downtown Spokane. I featured DiBernardo and Roast House in a Made in the Northwest story back in 2014, so I can confirm she was indeed a force of nature, and she'll be missed by many. All right, still ahead here on Nightside, thousands of dollars worth of tools stolen from a local business. Why the tools and the work the business owner is doing with them are so important, and how a new Washington law is trying to reduce the amount of organic waste that gets thrown out with the garbage.
Pick of the night tonight from our friend Carol Sales Ridbaum. This is last night's long night full moon, the full moon close to the winter solstice. She captured this image from the top of the 5 Mile Bluff. Thank you, Carol. A little bit of clearing before the snow moved in. We have more wet weather to tell you about in the 7-day forecast. That's coming up after the break.
Watch tonight or you won't get anything this year.
I have this thing that's still in me, even though I don't drink anymore, where I see an audience and I want to turn down and I just want to moon you.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
Bigger, brighter, and better than ever. Check in on the new Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. We've just completed a major expansion, adding more amenities to elevate your guest experience to new heights.
So, what are you waiting for?
Are you ready to rock back and forth? Does God ever call you and ask you for stuff?
I heart you. Can we get rid of that?
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
Sometimes life is a funny way of turning sideways, like when your kid decides they're a professional stylist the morning of picture day, or when your to-do list isn't quite done.
You went to Rite Aid, right?
Or when you're sure you packed everything you need, but you actually need one more thing.
We forgot our prescriptions. We got you. Are we happy?
We are happy. Find everything you need?
Yep. Yeah, life never really goes the way you plan, but that's why we're here. It means more at Rite Aid.
A pocket of Spokane homes overrun with crime and drugs, leaving neighbors too scared to go outside. One company is fighting back, but it's no easy fix. I'm Natalie Grant. See the extreme measures being taken to turn things around. Wednesday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
Feel the power of big win energy at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino, where the winning never stops. Last month, our guests scored big with thrilling jackpots and exciting payouts. Are you ready to elevate your winning?
4 News Now is brought to you by Whitworth University.
My tools are initially an investment that I use in order to accumulate income. Without the tools, I can't make money.
Thousands of dollars worth of tools were stolen from Christopher Matthews' job site Sunday morning. And get this, the thieves even left behind their own tools they use in the break-in. But now Matthews is left figuring out what's next and how to stay positive for the mission behind the home he's remodeling. You see, Matthews is a recovering alcoholic. He now helps other men involved in the Reclaim Project transition away from addiction, homelessness, and a life of crime. The house he's remodeling is part of that mission. It will become affordable housing for individuals transitioning from prison.
Very unfortunate. Whether or not the people that, made the hit understand that, even if they would have, I don't think they care.
Matthews tells us he will now have to come up with nearly $6,000 to buy new tools. The Spokane Police Department showed up while our crew was there and spoke with Matthews and the property owner. However, neither are hopeful they'll ever see those tools again. Well, a new Washington law will try to reduce the amount of organic waste that gets thrown out with the garbage. Starting in 2027, yard waste will need to be separated before it's taken away from your house. In 2030, this law will expand to include food waste. This is to reduce the production of methane, which can hurt the climate. Spokane has offered yard waste bins for several years now and encourages you to be mindful of what you're throwing away.
There's no good way to get rid of trash and waste. Landfills have their downsides. Incinerators have their downsides as well. At the end of the day, there are going to be chemicals that are released. We just need to be generating less waste in general.
And starting January 1st, we told you about this, yard waste will be picked up year-round, but only once a month during the winter, first full week of the month. While the picks are in for the Idaho Transportation Department's Name a Snowplow contest in our area, Post Falls Middle School contributed the Berminator, while Lakeland Middle School named one Big Snowplowski. 12 snowplows across the state will feature these new names, including Plowosaurus Rex, No More Mr. Ice Guy, I mentioned earlier, I really like that one, and Pow Pow Kaplow. You see some of the names on your screen here right now. Alpha Storm 1. You mentioned Cleopatra.
Yes, I like that one.
I kind of like Darth Blader, too, being a Star Wars geek that I am.
That's right, you are. Those are all really good. But even across the state, the plows are getting a little dusty. There has not been a lot of snow, and we do not have much in the forecast. It is primarily rain, but let's take a look at this cool time lapse from earlier today when it was snowing and even sticking on the arena parking lot, and then it warmed up and all that snow started to melt. And now if you look across the street at the arena, the parking lot is mostly just wet, but it was fun while it lasted. Here are 4 things to know about your forecast. Wet roads are refreezing, those that haven't been treated, and there are still a lot of slushy side roads. Tomorrow, a rain-snow mix. In Spokane, it is mostly just going to be rain. I'll show you in just a moment. There's a warming trend in our forecast. We have a lot of 40s and more rain this week and very little snow. Forecast radar starting off at our current time. We're watching a little bit of wet weather coming up from the southwest into the Palouse and the LC Valley by tomorrow morning. Here's 6 a.m. A hit or miss sprinkle or flurry, not out of the question through the morning, but the main event comes in later in the day. Here is 3 o'clock, and we've got rain in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene and some snow in some of the northern valleys, and a rain-snow mix or a little bit of freezing rain up along the east slopes of the Cascades and the Okanagan Highlands and valleys, and that's where there is a winter weather advisory. I'll show you that in just a moment, but that rain is going to continue to spread north as the warm air with this system moves in, and our temperatures are going to continue to increase. Winter weather alert, there is that winter weather advisory for the Okanagan Highlands, Valleys, Waterville Plateau. That goes into effect tomorrow morning and continues through Wednesday morning. But temperatures are going to be on the increase. These are our forecast temperatures. I'm starting this off Tuesday at 8 o'clock with temperatures in the upper to mid 30s over a good portion of the region. 42 in Moses Lake at that time, 32 in Winthrop, and 34 in Omak. But as we go into the overnight, we'll take you up till about 12:30. look at how many spots have already made it into the 40s by that time Wednesday morning, and those temperatures will continue to increase. So the Wednesday morning commute is not going to be icy. We're going to be in the 40s in many locations. Upper 30s will be common elsewhere. And there is more wet weather coming on Wednesday in the form of rain just about everywhere. Then we see things dry out for Thursday and Friday, and another chance of rain on Saturday. Your planning forecast, couple of dry days there. Temperatures in the 40s for highs all the way through the forecast. Overnight lows will vary, so there will still be some mornings we'll have to watch for some ice on the roads, but otherwise we've got a lot of really mild weather. And the long-range forecast, this is Christmas week, of course, is calling for warm weather right on through the end of the year, and wet weather too. So we're not done with the rain, but I don't know if we're going to see any snow for a while.
All right. It'll be disappointing for some, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, thank you. A new nonstop flight is coming to Spokane International Airport starting June 5th. American Airlines will have year-round direct service to and from Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. The schedule will have daily flights arriving at 1 p.m. and departing at 1:40. It's part of the airport's hope to increase service and give another connection spot to the other side of the country. And airlines will soon have to follow more rigorous standards on assisting airline passengers with disabilities. A new rule from the U.S. Department of Transportation requires them to meet standards for safe and dignified assistance to people with disabilities, especially those who use wheelchairs. It also mandates annual training that must be received by mid-June of 2026. All right, coming up, if you're hoping to save money on holiday spending, we have some tips on how to do it. We'll tell you the unexpected places families are finding Christmas gifts this year, next on Nightside.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Arby's French dip sandwich is like dipping beef into more beef. Listen up, carnivores. We are peaking. Arby's, we have the meat.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on an efficient CR-V hybrid, spirited Accord hybrid, sporty Civic hybrid, and the all-electric Prologue. Don't wait. Turn your dreams into reality with a new Honda, named KBB.com's best overall EV and hybrid brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
We aren't just HVAC specialists. We're a Lennox Premier dealer. That means we offer the most energy-efficient products on the market, with savings you can see and perfect air you can feel. Your comfort is our passion, and we're with you every breath of the way. Enjoy greater comfort and lower energy costs. Call us today and save on Lennox with special incentives and rebates.
Call Norco Heating and Air today.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
What happened?
Someone took the Bronco out for an extended test drive.
They used all the goat modes. Goes over any type of terrain.
They did it all, man.
Looks like they had a lot of fun.
Those boots are awfully muddy, Sam.
My boots? I did it. I'm gonna do it again.
Lease a new Bronco Sport Big Ben for only $3.99 a month, or a Bronco Big Ben for just $4.99 a month for 36 months. Two classic Arby's sandwiches. One, a French dip sandwich with a side of au jus. The other, au jus with a side of French dip sandwich. Don't overthink it. Arby's, we have the meat.
4 News Now is brought to you by Silver Mountain Resort in Kellogg, Idaho.
Well, if you're hoping to save money on holiday spending, ABC's Ariel Reshef is here to tell you how to do it.
This holiday season, what's old or gently used is new again with thrifting, a growing gift-giving trend.
I have found so much stuff. The hunt is so much fun.
Secondhand shopping soaring in popularity.
You can find something really unique and special from a couple of decades ago that your recipient has never seen before. The younger the shopper, so the Gen Zers are really into this.
As consumers look for creative ways to save while snagging a special something for that special someone. A 2024 Gallup poll predicting shoppers are expected to spend more than $1,000 to put presents under the tree. And this year, more and more people are turning to resale vendors like Facebook Marketplace, The RealReal, and more to score pre-owned items.
I saw this on Facebook Marketplace. The lady listed it as a bundle. A crazy price for this bundle. I'll have to list it. I think it was like $20 for all of this stuff.
Mother of two, Kylie Rice, says she's been thrifting for herself as long as she can remember. And she says this year, buying secondhand gifts saved her $500.
There is definitely more of the hunt, which I love about it. If you hit one store that is not really a good find for you, keep going, keep looking.
Georgia mother Bailey Webb slashed her Christmas cost by more than $1,000 with an added environmental benefit.
Even if it's gently used, that is still an amazing savings for you and will help cut back on the amount of landfill plastics and the amount of things we throw out every year.
Well, Washington now has something in common with almost every other state in the country. It no longer has a Sears. The once mighty retailer closed its store in the Seattle suburb of Tukwila. It had been an anchor store at South Center Mall for the past 3 decades. The closure brings the number of states with a Sears store down to just 4: California, Texas, Florida, and Massachusetts. The handful of stores that remain includes one in Puerto Rico. This is the latest blow in a drawn-out death of a retailer that was once woven into the fabric of American shopping. Sears has been struggling since the 90s and finally went bankrupt in 2018. All right, a tough day for Coug fans as John Mateer enters the transfer portal. Hear what head coach Jake Dickert has to say about it next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
Hey, you!
ABC Sunday.
You killed him!
Did not.
No!
Join us for some holiday cheer with the Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas to all. And to all, a good night.
Hosted by Tim Allen and Kat Dennings, stars of ABC's new comedy, Shifting Gears.
I am so excited to watch The Santa Claus again. It's my favorite holiday movie.
I'm still telling kids, listen, I'm not the real Santa.
Wait, you're not?
On the Wonderful World of Disney, Sunday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Find the perfect gift for your wine lover at Latah Creek.
Stop in or shop online. We'll help you find your new favorite wine.
Come in to Latah Creek today. Sip, shop, and ship most anywhere in the USA. Cheers.
Clogged drains are a huge problem and can cost thousands. With Mainstream, you can prevent clogs before they happen. There's no better time than now to call Mainstream and ask about our 83 or it's free drain clearing special. For just $83, we'll send a technician to your home to clear your drain. And if for some reason we can't get it, it's free. With over 20 years of experience, the expert technicians at Mainstream can restore the flow. Call Mainstream today or visit us at mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this limited time deal.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year.
Shop DaveSmith.com.
The news not one Coug fan wants to hear. Washington State is losing their star quarterback to the transfer portal. Head coach Jake Dickert tells us more about the deal that John Mateer turned down and how he feels about the recent changes to college football.
At the end of the day, he wanted to play on a bigger stage, and I think that was the main cause of most of this.
With the big stage comes big money, and Washington State's big offer wasn't enough to keep their biggest star in the building.
It was 7 figures. You know, it was strong. It was everything that I could have imagined and more.
That's a huge deal, but it's likely wherever John Mateer is going next, he has a higher offer. And even though Mateer is a recent addition to the portal, he probably won't be without a team for very long. Schools are technically not supposed to reach out to players until they've officially entered the transfer portal, but Dickert knows that's not the case with many guys on his roster.
Well, I think the first step is realizing there are no rules. That's the first step. I mean, tampering is now part of it. It's a word that's a buzzword for everyone to use. But if you're not recruiting other people's rosters, it feels like in today's world that you're going to fall behind.
This step for Mateer didn't seem like it came lightly. He took time with his family over the weekend to make the final decision, and he let his teammates know his choice Sunday night.
Obviously, always hard kind of seeing a teammate leave. Really, it goes for all the guys that have left just these past few weeks. Wishing the best for them all. Yeah, just hoping they have the success they're looking for.
Upwards of 20 players on WSU's roster have entered the portal. The window to put your name in closes on December 28th. The college football landscape continues to change, and Dickert has a lot on his plate as he tries to hold the program together.
I'm hiring 2 new coordinators, a running backs coach, calling plays for the defense, coaching the linebackers, dealing with transfer portal visits and recruits. There is no time to shut it down. 10 years ago, this time of year, you would put your feet up. At night, I'd be drinking a beer and celebrating bringing back one of the best teams in Washington State history next year, right? So it's just obviously unique and different, and December has changed quite a bit, and not just for us. I keep saying that. It always comes off like coaches are complaining. It's just trying to navigate all these things as we continue to adjust in real time.
Well, the Cougs still on the roster are still playing in their bowl game. They face the number 21 Syracuse team in San Diego. Coach Dickert said he's excited about backup quarterback Zevi Eckhouse to get the reps in the Holiday Bowl. Reporting in studio, Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Shop the Valley. We're packaged perfectly. From unique family-owned shops to your favorite national brand stores, Spokane Valley has it all. Enjoy ample free parking, a diverse array of shopping options, and a family-friendly atmosphere. This holiday season, shop the Valley.
Oh, amazing. Merry Christmas.
It's in you.
Love to give you a little reward.
This is reward enough.
I missed you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Mom, why is there stuff out here?
Hey, can't stay here.
Okay.
The holidays.
So happy together.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Shop the Valley. We're packaged perfectly. From unique family-owned shops to your favorite national brand stores, Spokane Valley has it all. Enjoy ample free parking, a diverse array of shopping options, and a family-friendly atmosphere. This holiday season, shop the Valley.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
There are some snowflakes on that Tuesday, but most of us will just see rain, and the bulk of it coming in the late afternoon. It's going to be a steady rain, so if you have a little pretty blanket of snow at your house, it is going to be gone. That rain will get rid of it quickly.
And if you made a small snowman in your front yard, it's probably not going to last too much longer either, huh?
There is nothing sadder than a melty snowman that is, yeah, that's true. Say goodbye.
And Chris, we do have to be wary of the wet roads turning to ice overnight, right?
Absolutely. Temperatures will be down around freezing. Our road temperatures have already dropped below freezing, so there will be some icy spots.
Yeah, make sure you tune in to Good Morning Northwest for more on those road conditions and any possible school delays or closures tomorrow. I guess we don't expect those unless roads are really, really bad. So thanks so much for being with us, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.